Good morning, it is October the 3rd, and I'm still camping at Sugarite Canyon State Park. Today I've decided to wear a hat, no sunscreen for me, no white mustache. If you saw that last video, that was really embarrassing when I was editing it and I noticed the mustache. Oh dear me, I gotta be more observant. So my apologies. I'm sure that was very distracting. I'm doing the Wapiti Trail this morning. It's 2.5 miles and they say it's strenuous. So we'll see how strenuous it is. It does start off with a bang already. Going up pretty steep road here. But it's off Lake Maloya. So we'll get some grand views, I'm sure. After my 8-mile hike yesterday, it was very warm out, like 26 degrees. And I didn't have the energy to do another hike. So I went into the town of Raton and went to their library and got some work done there. It was fabulous because there is no cell coverage here at all. So anyways, I came back to camp after dark and there was somebody in my spot. I was so choked. I'm not courageous enough to confront them, so I found a spot in the overflow camping. But that was least desirable. But anyways, I talked to the ranger this morning. He'll get it straightened out. You can tell I'm huffing and puffing already. It's odd because these campsites are by reservation only. So I'm curious if the people that took my spot had a reservation or if they just pulled in because they saw it was empty. I don't know. Anyways, I'm sure you can't tell how steep it is, but it is steep. I guess I'll go clockwise today. First big view. Interesting. Do you rent these out or is this where somebody lives? It must be that you can rent these out. Maybe it's a horse camp. Although I don't see any hitching posts. But anyways, how fun. What a view. I love how they mow a path for you. It's fabulous maintenance around here. When Saul's son Jonathan met David, the Bible says, the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. This was Saul's eldest son, the crown prince, and normally his legitimate successor. Saul took David after his defeat of Goliath and would not let him go back to his father's house anymore. Oh, so there's Lake Dorothy, which is in Colorado. That's cool. And there's another little lake that I don't know its name. And then there's Lake Maloya. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul. And Jonathan took off his robe that was on him and gave it to David with his armor and even his sword and bow and belt. This touching friendship between David and Jonathan is the classic example of kindred spirits recognizing in each other like ideals and rejoicing in the contact. Saul had already expressed his dislike of his father's attitude and course of action. To him, David's humble and spiritual replies to Saul's questions, giving God all the glory for his past achievements, was like cool, refreshing water to a weary and thirsty traveler. I tell you, these burdocks, they catch you. I've had to pick them out of my socks. But it is very pretty out. Jonathan, as you may recall, was the hero at Michmash. So there must have come lonely hours of disappointment and frustration because of his father's lack of spiritual insight. Oh man, they definitely didn't keep up this part of the trail. It's the Battle of the Burdock. Tiptoe gingerly through here. If I would have come up this side first, I would have gotten discouraged and turned around, I think. So to have a friend that trusts in God like you do was a real gift God gave those men, because there was certainly troublesome times ahead. Oh, here's a little marsh tucked away. That's a better view. The fact that Jonathan gave David his robe proved what a humble man he was. He knew he would not be the next king. He had the attitude of the future John the Baptist. He must increase and I must decrease. What an admirable man Jonathan was. The Healing Hiker gives the Wapiti Trail a 2 out of 5. Compared to yesterday, there's no comparison. And so if you have to do one or the other, do the hike that I did yesterday. This one was strenuous and overgrown, and I mean, the views were nice, but yeah, there's better trails in the park. Oh, this is a wannabe slough. Okay, I've come full circle. Get to go back now. So has God given you a kindred spirit friend? Tell me about it in the comments.